Yogah Karmasu Kaushalam.
I am Dr. Rachita Jaysval, and welcome to Refresher course organized by HRDC. And giving my introduction, that is, and thank you so much at HRDC that giving me an opportunity for delivering this particular session. So thank you so much and welcome all the participants. So giving my introduction, that is, I am Dr. Rachita Jaysval. I'm having 15 years of teaching experience in management fraternity, and I'm also a researcher. So as I'm been given this particular thing, that is for delivering this particular session. So my topic for today's discussion is, that is, creating meaning through effective use of brand elements. Right, that how the brand elements can be effectively used if you are making any of the brand. Any of the brand means it might be your own brand if you are focusing or on the brand of institute if you are working on, or on the brand of particular company if we are talking regarding, or regarding any of the startup. Right. So let me share my PPTs, what I have prepared for you people. So I'm just sharing my entire screen. So our today's topic is creating meaning through effective use of brand elements. So first of all, we will just have a look on what the brand is all about, right? So whenever any of the company or any of the person or any of the place is brand, right, then brand in a particular company, if it has been there, then it gives the confidence. It also gives the passion that yes, we are having a brand and we have to work on that particular brand. It is also, brand is also a belonging, that I belong to this particular company, or this particular company is having this brand, right? Brand is also a security, that yes, if you want to launch new products or new services into your organization, then at the back of the mind, the organization is also having that yes, we are also having this particular brand, so no need to worry. And brand is action also, that is, action means you can take that particular brand to such a level of heights so that you can compete with your competitors also in a better way. So whenever we are saying that brand, then brand is a set of unique values. Whenever the values is being added into a particular brand, right, then we can say, when values is being added, unique values is being added, then we can say it is a brand, right? So I want to show you one of the branding story of Coca-Cola, right? So how they have came up and how their brand has been built, right? So I'm just showing you one particular brand story of Coca-Cola. Please have a look. So this is a brand story of Coca-Cola, and as I told you, it is a unique values which brings together and which is having a particular, which makes a particular brand. So this is a best example we can say, that is what we are having, right? So if we are saying that brands can take your company and your customers to new places also. That is, if the Virgin has been started, then it has been grown like anything. So if one brand is been means grown, then it can grow the company to many new places, geographically also, and also in different product types, right? So there is one of the very well uh, saying which has been there from Meg Whiteman. He has told that when people use your brand as a verb, then is remarkable, we can say. So whenever the people start using your brand name as a verb, then only we can say that you have done very good uh, job, very well job on your branding or brand, or you have used your brand elements in a better way. So let us see that how the people is been using the words, that is brands as a verb. CEO, spike your family. When the people start using it now, then we can say yes, your brand is remarkable. Google it, Photoshop that picture. So whenever the people start this type of thing now, then we can say your brand is remarkable. So whenever the brand has been there now, then it always gives the guarantee of the quality. If unbranded things, we are always been having a particular thing that whether it will be having a quality or not. But if I'm purchasing a Van Hussein shirt, then I'm damn sure that I'm going to have that particular quality. Another thing is, if the brand has been there, it always evoke a desire into the minds of the customer. That is, yes, one day I want to buy Audi car, or one day I want to buy BMW car. So it is always having a desire, and it helps us to belong to that particular thing. If I'm having a Rolex watch, then I'm always having that, yes, I'm having a Rolex watch. Why? Because it is a brand. So brand always gives a quality, a desire, and it is a belonging, and help us to say that yes, I'm having this particular thing, right? So but nowadays we can say that, that is now the brands have worked in different way, we can say, have started working in a different way in the sense that is, if we are saying that brands are finding information, right, then they are trying, means nowadays brands are trying to replace that particular findings information in terms of Google information, then sharing films nahi, YouTube films, then selling stuff, not selling stuff, eBay stuff, then making friends, no, not making friends, Facebook friends. So nowadays the brands are doing this thing, adding to knowledge, not adding to knowledge, but adding to Wikipedia. So nowadays brands have started working in a different sense, and these are the examples that we are looking in front of us, right? So can we say, we can also say, and it is already been written in our Philip Kotler book, that many things can be branded, many things can be branded. That is, product can be branded, services can be branded, even places, that is Khushbu Gujarat ki, then I love New York. Dubai is also doing that is branding of its own, that welcome to Dubai. So places are also being branded, even religion is also being branded, right? So branding of the religion is also being done nowadays, not from nowadays, from years. The branding of religion is also being done. Not only this religion, product, services, even the people is also being branded. So if you want that, I want to make my own brand, you can. Why not? Because today social media is being there, Instagram, Facebook, and nowadays blogs has been written. Many more things are being there, and you can brand yourself also as a people. Because if we are seeing that as Mahatma Gandhi was there, right? So when Mahatma Gandhi started this satyagrah from Ahmedabad, right? At that point of time, many of the people, thousands of lakhs of people joined him. At that point of time, media was not having this much of things, right? So media was not that much powerful at that point of time, right? Though from the face of Mahatma Gandhi, everybody was knowing that no, he's Mahatma Gandhi, and whatever he is saying, we have to follow him, right? So, and if we are saying Bhagat Singh, then Ed means previously, that is in the history, if we are going then from Lahore to South India, if we are saying then Bhagat Singh was very much popular enough, right? So at that point of time, uh, that is after 2 days or after 3 days, the paper was coming, and then the news were being there that we have to do like this, we have to do like this, right? So though Bhagat Singh at that point of time was a brand, right? So, and APJ Abdul Kalam sir, that is, he was a president of our India from 2002 to 2007, right? So each and every kid was knowing that who is the president of our India. And at that point of time, he was branded himself like anything, that each and every kid was knowing that the president of India is APJ Abdul Kalam sir, right? So, and Amitabh Bachchan, from the face itself, from the name itself, the people is being branded, right? So even people can also be branded. But in doing this particular branding, whether it is people, whether it is product, whether it is place, or whether it is anything, something has been there which is known as brand elements, this plays important role. That is, brand elements are the most important thing we can say. If you are using your brand elements, then it will differentiate the brand. It will differentiate the brand from your competitors. Customer can be able to identify the products or services or whatever you are doing branding very easily. Nowadays, institutions also need to do branding. So if the brand elements has been used properly, we can customers, our own customer, our target market, our segment, people, our prospects can easily identify our brand if the elements are being executional, if it has been execution properly, right? And whatever the brand elements you are using, it should be all, whatever the communication you are doing, it should be same, it should be consistent. All the brand elements, whatever you are using, it should be consistent throughout all your communication, throughout all your store design, throughout your all employees if they are communicating with the customer, and all other elements, whatever you are using for the marketing, use your brand elements in a same way. Then only people will be able to differentiate the things. Otherwise, if you are showing different elements at a different point of time, they will not recognize you, they will not identify you, right? So if the brand elements is been done proper, then it will create the brand personality. And if the brand personality is being created into the environment, then it will give a particular brand positioning into the minds of your customer, of your segment, of your target market, right? So the most important thing here is, that is our brand elements. Brand elements execution should be done very properly, right? So the first brand element is name. Name should be very sweet and short, and it should be memorable, right? So the first element is name. that what name you are going to keep of your brand. Another is which type of logo you are going to design, right? The third thing is in the logo, which type of symbol you are going to use. That is, I've given the example also. This is very well, means if you are using the swash, then that is a Nike, right? Then the third thing is that is we can say color, right? Color. Then the example is orange. Then how you are using the color, that is also very important, and that is the best, very important brand element. Another thing is which type of fonts you are using for your logo, right? Then the third thing is, another brand element is tagline, which is very important, and where the people is always remembering you, right? Say for example, McDonald's, I am loving it, right? So tagline is also a very important brand element, we can say. Which type of characters you are using or the endorsement you are using in your brand, that is also one type of brand element, right? Another thing is that is sound or music. Some of the companies are also using sound or music in order to recall the brand. So that is also one of the brand element which is being there. Shape, that in which shape you are giving the products, right? That is the shape of the bottle of thumbs up and shape of the bottle of Pepsi, it is different, and through that also you are doing a branding, so that shape is also a brand element. And the language, sometimes the language is also in there, that McDonald's is using the language, that is their own language they have created, and they have also taken the tag mark of that particular thing, right? So language is also uh, very important, and means all the brands are not using, but some of the brands are been using, and they are also doing the tag marking. So these are all the brand elements which are very important, right? So whenever you are choosing these brand elements now, whenever you are choosing all these brand elements, then the first thing is whatever the brand elements you are using, it should be memorable. It should be easily recognized. It should be easily recalled. Then only we can say that you have used your brand elements in a better way. Another thing is it should be meaningful, means it should be descriptive. It should be possessive, right? So whatever the brand elements you are using, it should be meaningful. It should not be so a brand element is going this way and you are using your logo in another way. It should not be so. It should be likable, means whatever the brand elements you are using, it should be likable. It should create some fun also. It should create some interesting visuals and verbal pleasing also. Another thing is whatever the brand elements you are using, it should be transferable, means you are not only going to work at national level, but you have to take into consideration that yes, my product is going globally also, around many cultures, around many geography, right? So whatever the brand elements you are using for your branding, it should be transferable, right? Another thing is it should be adaptable. Whatever brand elements you are using, it should be adaptable. It should not be so that yes, we are going to use this only, we are not going to change, though the people are reacting, though the customers are not getting the branding into consideration, though we are not going to change. No, it should not be so. And it should be protectable, means it should be registered, it should be tag mark, right? So whatever the brand name is being there, it should be registered, right? Otherwise many of the people will use your name, right? So if I'm talking regarding memorable, right? So I'm giving each and every of the example, right? So if I'm talking regarding memorable, then the best brand is Google, right? It is easily recognizable, easily recall. Okay, if I want any information, just Google it. Memorable, very memorable. Another meaningful means WhatsApp. WhatsApp is the best example for meaningful, because whatever the features it is giving, it is showing in your it has used the brand elements very well. Means it is into calling, it is into chat. Things are being shown in the symbol itself. Likeable, if I'm talking regarding likeable, then Air India is using this Maharaja, right? Air India is using Maharaja, right? So Maharaja is also been, means we can say that it is very interesting kind of character which has been used by Air India. And let me add into this also, that is Maharaja is the India's, we can say, first character which has been launched for the created animated spoke characters, which has been used in the advertisement and which is being made by particular Indians only. Right. Another thing is transferable. If I'm saying transferable, then Amazon here is the best example, because it is having an arrow from A to Z, and from different geography also, from all over the world. It is means dealing with the products and services, what means products, and it is also giving the services, right? So transferable. Then adaptable. You can see in adaptable, that is Starbucks is very flexible enough, that is starting from that is 1971 till present, it has changed the logos like anything, because of the changes in the minds of the customer. It has also been changed. It is not, means Starbucks is not that much rigid enough, it is very flexible enough. Another thing is protectable. In the protectable, Make My Trip is the best example. Means why it is the example, because make my yatra, make my journey, make my happy journey, pick my trip, and superb my trip. These are all the types of we can say that as portals were there which were offering the holidays, right, in December approximately 2019. And at that point of time, Make My Trip was a tag mark, and these people were using the name. So Make My Trip sued all these companies for not using it, using their names, right? That is Me Too names. So if you are protectable and legally, means if you are a registered brand, then you can easily sue the companies which is using Me Too kind of names also. So choosing your brand name, brand elements, it is very, very important. So moving to our first brand element, that is brand name, we can say. So whenever you are choosing any of the brand name, then it is the first element that consumer recognizes, we can say. That consumer is always recognizing through the name, we can say, right? And catchy brand names will be registered into the minds of the customer immediately, we can say. If your brand names is not that much catchy, right, then it will not register into the minds of the consumers immediately, right? So as an estimate, we can say that 300 million companies in the world, means there are approximately 300 million companies, more than 300 million companies. So we can say that 300 million brands are being there. And among them, the biggest brand is Apple and Coca-Cola, and others are doing only 1% of business. So 1% of business means it is getting very hard to create a unique name, right? So if you're creating a unique name, then the branding will be there, and the branding will be there, then of course the percentage of your business will increase, right? So in this particular name game, so you have to, how you create a great brand name. So how you play with the name game, we can say. So if you want to play with this particular name game, then there are 3 steps which are being there. There are particularly 3 steps which are being there, right? So the first step is select the type of name you want. Select the type of name you want. Basically, the type of name all over around the world is of 7 different categories of names are being there, right? So the first type of name is eponymous. Eponymous is a kind of name which is being made, means brand name is being made in the means in for means we can say that eponymous is a one kind of name which is being done on the basis of their founders or by some of the donors or whatever, but it is on the name of somebody. Then we can say the first type of name is eponymous name. So here you can see that eponymous names like this Disney, right? Berry, right? Burberry, Vogue, right? So it is been there on the names of their founders. It is basically been named on the basis of their founders, and these names are okay enough and they are working also very good, right? But the name of Adidas, right, came from the founder that is known as Adolf Eddie Dassler, right? And how he has made this particular name, that is he used his nickname Eddie, right? And the first 3 letter of his last name, that is Dassler, and he has added Des, that is Eddie Des. And to create this, he has created this particular name. He has not means given that much of the time to make a brand name, but he has made this particular name in this way, right? Tesla. Tesla is a surname of a Serbian inventor, that is Nikola Tesla, and the name of the Tesla is been there on the name of the surname of that particular inventor, right? So these are the names which are coming from the founders or from the inventors, right? So this is the first type of name, but this names has been means very easily we can say created, right? Then we can say it is known as a eponymous. Another kind of name of a brand name is descriptive. Descriptive means that is Indian Airlines, hometown, the home depot. This all brands exactly work what the company does. Work by telling exactly what the company does. But these names can be mouthful and much harder to protect, because it is very simple names. Hometown, anybody can use this particular thing, that home up or home down. If I want to use, I can use it very easily, right? So the second type of brand name is descriptive. Third type of name is acronymic. Acronymic means the name of the brand is being converted into shorthand version, say for example GE, General Electrics. KFC, how this KFC has been came into picture, that is how why this KFC, because Kenchi Fried Chicken, Kentucky Fried Chicken, it has been switched to KFC. Why? Because fried chicken doesn't sound too healthy. And this HSBC, how this HSBC has been came into existence, that is Homecoming Shanghai Bank, right? Homecoming Shanghai Bank, as they want to increase globally, they want to grow globally, they want to expand globally, so they have converted this particular thing to HSBC, right? So the third type is acronymic, right? The fourth type is suggestive. Into suggestive, again there are 3 types. So the first type is real word. Brand name can be a real word. Real word means, that is here you can see Uber. Uber is a dictionary word. It literally means outstanding. It literally means outstanding. So you have to work outstanding also, and the company is doing so. That is fine enough, right? Another type in suggestive brand name is that is composite name. Composite name. Say for example, Facebook means Facebook, then Ray-Ban are created by googling two words together. And this name can be really memorable when two words are being coming together, right? And as I've told in Uber, that is in real world kind of brand name, it is very hard to find the dictionary name. So some of the companies are also using invented name. The third type in the suggestive brand name type is invented names, means the companies are inventing by themselves by adding some of the character or removing some of the characters. Say for example, interest was there, they have added P, that is pin interest, right? So the another type of brand name is suggestive. The fourth type, on fourth or fifth type, is associative. Here you can see Amazon is there, right? So Amazon is the we can say South America's world largest river, we can see, right? And therefore the earth biggest selection of the books is been there, close content is been there, and so on, and many of the things is been available at, that is from A to Z, it has been available at Amazon, we can say, right? And here you can see Red Bull, it shows the confidence, it shows the qualities, and means here whatever the brand name has been there, you are associating it with that. So sometimes the brand name has been also been done by associative way. Another type of brand name is different language, means sometimes the language is also being used in the brand name. Say for example, Samsung is not an English word, it is a Korean word, which means that is 3-star in Korean, and that's why they have given the name Samsung. Lego, right? Lego in Spanish is known as let's play, but it is not an English word, right? So it has not been so that you should give only English words, but whenever you are using different language, you have to keep in mind that whatever the language you are using, it should not have different meaning into different country, because your brand is going somewhere, because your brand or brand elements is to be transferable along with your brand, right? So the most important and the last type of the brand name is abstract, that is Kodak, Rolex, right? These are the abstract which is being given, that is and this type doesn't have any of the intrinsic meaning, but it relies on the power of a phonetic way, in a phonetic way, to create a particular, we can say, powerful brand names. In a phonetic way, the words is being selected. Kodak, deck means okay, we are clicking. Rolex, right? In a phonetic way, the words is being chosen. Then it is known as an abstract. Then it is known as an abstract type. So these are the 7 categories of brand name, and these are the types of the names where you can find, that is any brand name you can take, it is coming into any of the 7 categories. So the first step is select which type of brand name you want to go for it. Second step in the name game is decide what you want the name to say. What you want the name to say means what actually you want to name your brand. If you are selecting particular type, then you are going to select the name of how you are going to say. Now here, whenever you are saying, then either it will be descriptive plus functional, means who you are or what you are or from where you are. It might be like this whenever you are descriptive plus functional. So this is the first type that you can means name your brand name. The another type, whenever you are actually naming, can be idea plus emotion, means you are applying your ideas and emotions together. Say for example, Nike has been showing a swash, that is, it is showing that it is giving what can say that is sportsman, a winning attitude, right? Then Apple is showing the simplicity, that if you want the simplicity, then go for Apple. And Google is having lot many hundred zeros. Now this 100 zeros means it is collecting all the world's information together. That's why it is having, after Google, 0000 is been there. So how you are using means you are taking ideas and emotions together, or descriptive and functions together. So these are the two ways you can name your brand name. And after doing so, then whatever the name you have selected, then you have to check that name is available or not, because every minute the companies are coming, they are doing, means they are registering their brand names. So you have to first of all check it, whether whatever we are thinking of our brand name, whether it is means available or not, or whenever we are going for registration, if it is not been available, then you have to do all the procedure again, right? So the best thing is here is that is the brand name that you are selecting, and it is the most, we can say, the first element that brand consumers recognizes, right? The first element is brand name. Here also I want to show you one video, that is, there are some secrets behind brand names also. So I want to show you that particular video. Please have a look on this particular video.
16 secrets behind famous brand names and logos. The names and logos of these brands are more than just some drawings with fancy fonts around them. Each of them tells a story. From Chupa Chups to Cadillac, are you ready to find out the secrets behind them? Then hit that thumbs up and get ready to be amazed. 16. Disney. The logo of the most well-known animation studio in the world has always been a fairy tale castle. While the original prototype was inspired by the Neuschwanstein Castle in Germany, the Cinderella Castle in Disneyland's Paris location took its place in 2006. The new logo has references to Pinocchio, Mary Poppins, Peter Pan, and even Walt Disney's family crest. By the way, the new logo premiered along with Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. 15. Lego. The name of this Denmark-based toy company comes from the Danish phrase "leg godt," which means play well. The company motto translates as "only the best is good enough," and they stay true to it. The blocks are made with precision within 2,000th of a millimeter, and only 18 pieces in a million are wasted. 14. Pepsi. We all know it today as Pepsi, but its original name was Brad's Drink. Caleb Bradham created it in 1893 and so humbly named it after himself. 5 years later, it was renamed Pepsi Cola. The word actually derives from dyspepsia, which means indigestion. Not the most refreshing word to choose for the name of a beverage. As for its logo, it's undergone a lot of upgrades through the years, but it's always been a subject of controversy and conspiracy theories. 13. Fanta. Max Keith, the head of Coca-Cola's branch in Germany during World War II, decided to make a new product. In order to think of a name for it, Keith collaborated with his employees and asked them to use their imagination. The German word for imagination is fantasy. Joe Nip, one of the staff members present, was suddenly inspired and shouted, "Fanta!" 12. Chupa Chups. Any guesses what this brand name means? Sweet, round, or maybe delicious? All a nice guess, but they're way off. The name actually comes from the Spanish verb chupar, which means to suck. The original brand logo was just the word chups, but in 1969, its creator, Spaniard Enric Bernat, hired a professional to design a better logo. He picked the most famous surrealist artist in the world, Salvador Dali. This eccentric painter put the brand name on a bright yellow daisy and insisted the logo be placed on top of the wrapper so that everyone could see it. 11. Nintendo. There are two possible options on how to translate the name of this famous Japanese video game company. According to one of them, the three Japanese characters Nintendo mean leave luck to heaven. The other possible translation is the Temple of Free Hanafuda. That's because Nintendo started in 1889 as a manufacturer of Japanese playing cards, known as Hanafuda. Years later, it started making video games and consoles. 10. Pandora. Danish jewelry house Pandora turned to mythology for name inspiration. Pandora means the all-gifted in ancient Greek. According to the myth, Zeus ordered the creation of Pandora, the first human woman, to punish people for stealing the secret of fire from Prometheus. The founders of Pandora definitely know the secret of success, since they went from a little family shop to one of the most successful jewelers in the world. The elegant crown over the letter O in the logo is there as a promise of excellent royal quality, perhaps to make every woman feel like a queen. 9. Haagen-Dazs. Ice cream fans all over the world have probably always wondered what in the heck Haagen-Dazs means. Thumbs up if you're one of them. It sounds like something cool in Danish or maybe the name of the founder, but in fact, it doesn't mean anything. The company's creator, Ruben Mattis, made the name up so that it sounded like something Scandinavian. It definitely fits the brand's slogan, made like no other. We're halfway through the list, but we've got tons more coming your way. From cars to condoms to blue jeans, keep watching for more surprising stories behind your favorite ancestor, French explorer. Get ready for this. Antony Lamet de la Mothe, Sour de Cadillac. The famous crest on the logo was derived from his coat of arms. By the way, durability, reliability, and the brand. As for the instantly recognizable red logo, it's a way more amusing. Now you know. 5. eBay. The founder of eBay, Pierre Amadire, created the first version of his website when he still worked at Echo Bay Technology Group in Echo Bay, Nevada. Amadire wanted to register the site name as echobay.com, but that domain was already in use, so he had to shorten it to ebay.com. Yet many believe that eBay stands for Electronic Bay. Now you know. 4. Samsung. Sam in Korean means 3, and Sung stands for star. So Samsung translates as 3 stars. And why 3? According to the company's founder, the number 3 stands for something great, numerous, and powerful. But Samsung hasn't always been an electronics company. It entered that industry only in the 1960s, 30 years after its creation. Before that, it dealt with pretty much everything like trading, food processing, textiles, and even insurance. 3. Sega. Sega stands for Service Games of Japan. The company started out in Hawaii supplying pinball machines to military bases there. But 10 years later, in 1950, founders Raymond Lemaire and Richard Stewart moved the company's headquarters to Tokyo, Japan. Today, it's the top arcade manufacturer in the world, with over 500 games produced since 1981. And thank you, Sega, for my happy childhood playing Sonic for hours on end. 2. Audi. The Audi logo might seem like an open and shut case at first glance, but it's not all that simple. Each circle symbolizes one of the 4 founding companies in 1932. Horch, Audi, DKW, and Wanderer. August Horch, the creator of the first 2 founding companies, wanted to go down in history, so he named his company after himself. And what's the connection between Horch and Audi? Well, Horch has the same root as the word listen in German, and Audi means the same thing in Latin. 1. Alfa Romeo. The Alfa Romeo logo has a very deep historical meaning. The red cross comes
So we have seen that there are many of the brand names which are been there and which are very famous. There are many of the secrets behind them also, right? So this is all about the brand name. Now we are moving forward to brand logo, our second element, that is brand logo, right? So whenever we are saying logo is a term that for all the symbolic way to create a brand. So if your logo is not proper, then again it will harm your brand also. So whenever we are saying logo, then logo includes trademark, brand marks, and corporate symbols also, right? So whenever, means if you are seeing any of the logo, right, then we are always having, that is R is been there, means the trademark of that particular logo is always been there. Another thing is brand marks. Brand marks are always the visual image elements or the symbol used to identify a particular brand. Example of marks include in a company's logo, coloring, design, or picture. These are the most important things in logos, we can say. And sometimes the corporate symbols is also being attached to many of the products also. So these are the three things which are very important whenever we are creating any of the logo. And logo is a particular symbolic way that how you are presenting the brand in front of the customers, right? So logo represent the identity of, we can say, organization, brand, product, or we can say even the idea also that logo can present in front of your customers, right? So there are some golden rules that I have designed for you people, that there are some golden rules that if you want to design a particular logo for yourself also, means if you are delivering the lectures somewhere, or if you are doing the branding of yourself, or you are making the ppts also, or you are having your small sme company or the startup, then if you want to design your logo, then these are some golden rules that I have found it out. That there is the first golden rule is keep it simple, keep it simple, keep it simple. If you are making your logo and if you are making it very cumbersome, then it will not work. So here you can see that BMW's logo is very simple. Coke logo is also very simple. It is very easily recognized. And you can also see the Apple's logo. Now here you can see that how the Apple, this particular Apple's logo has came into existence. How much refining is being done in this particular logo. See here, this was the first logo of Apple company dot that is co. Here you can see Apple Computer dot co, right? So it was very, means weird logo was there. Now from this, means they have also shown a one particular person sitting under a apple tree, and the apple is also being blinked, right? And then they have canceled this particular logo, and then they have created this particular logo with different colors, is having a different we can say meanings. And then right now the present logo is this, which is showing the simplicity and means poshness also. It has been showing through its apple logo. So how much refining it has been done, right? So in order to make it simple, it has been like this right now, right? FedEx, very simple. So whenever you are designing your logo, it should be very simple. So this is our first rule, first golden rule of a logo design. Second rule is good logo should be effective at large scale also and small scale also. If you're, whenever you are designing any type of logo, say for example, the first one example of Rockies, right? This is the design that I have made of my logo. And this is a particular retail chain which is known as Target in foreign country. It is very means reputed departmental store, right? It is having this type of logo, right? So second rule is been there, that whatever the logo you are designing, it should be effective at large scale also and at small scale. Now, if you are seeing the logo of the Rockies in a small, then you are very confused that what it is been there, what it is been written, you are not able to view. And say, for example, if I put it down this particular logo on hoardings, then it will be viewable. But if I'm putting this particular logo on my, we can say, visiting card, then it will be very much small enough, right? And from hoardings also, it will not be viewed properly, it will not be read properly. But say, for example, if I'm using this Target logo in bigger form also, and in the small scale also, in the large scale also, it will be easily recognizable and it is easily readable. So whatever the logo you are designing, it should be effective at the large scale also and at the small scale also. Large scale means in the hoardings, in the newspaper, in the television, if you are pasting, it should be readable. Then we can say, then the logo should be effective. The third thing is, logo should be effective in color also or in black and white also. So whatever the design of your logo should be there, it should be effective if you are using in black and white or you are using in color. It should not be so that your logo looks good in color only. No. Say, for example, if I want to give the advertisement in black and white, we can say newspaper, then you have to use black and white logo. Then at that point of time, you cannot say that no, our logo is not looking good without color. So it should not be so. Logo should be effective in the color as well, and or in the black and white also. So here I've given the example of Apple also. Apple in black and Apple logo in color also. And as I've told you that each and every of the color is having a meaning, I've put it down here, right? And CNN, the channel, it is also having color logo and black and white also. And NFL, so it is also color and it is also, we can say, black and white. So whatever the color, whatever the logo you are designing, it should be effective only when it is in color or black and white. The fourth rule of a logo designing can be, that is, logo can be descriptive or logo can be symbolic. Descriptive means if in the logo only you are putting down your brand name, then it is known as a descriptive logo. And symbolic means only symbol is been there, you are not writing down your brand name in your symbol, then we can say it is a symbolic. So let us see one example, that what do you think of this organization specialize in and why? Means if I'm saying that this is a particular symbolic logo, means of what organization it should be of. I'm giving you 1 or 2 seconds to think, okay, of what organization this symbol will be of, because it is a symbolic logo, it is not written anything, right? So it is a particular logo of Center for Architect. It is a particular logo for Center for Architect, right? And the key is the symbol for SS, and the skyline represent the architect. This is the architect which has been present, right? And the key is the symbol of that particular thing. So they have used this particular symbol, but they haven't used any of the name into that particular symbol. That's why it is known as a symbolic logo, right? So sometimes it is very advantageous and sometimes it is not advantageous if the people are not knowing, and if you're not done proper branding, then also there will be a problem. These are all the examples of a descriptive logos. Here you can see Betty Cocker, they have used that particular brand logo, sorry, brand name with their logo only. NASA, only space is not being shown, along with that NASA is also been written. Blockbuster, Cotton, right? So these are all the designs which are been there of descriptives, we can say. So logos can be symbolic. What do you think Apple choose this logo? Why Apple has chosen means this particular logo only? Because that is, although this logo does not literally represent computers, it is not representing the computer. How the Apple can represent the computer or technology, right? So Apple is symbol of knowledge, we can say. And the byte, then that whosoever was giving the name, he has taken that particular byte, and then he has been symbolized that okay, in computers we are having a byte, and byte taken out of apple could symbolize by taking a byte out of knowledge. This is our knowledge, and that is the byte we have taken from that particular apple. So this is how the symbol of a symbol can be symbolic, right? Another thing is, another example of symbolic logo is this also, right? So this is a particular logo which has been given by President Obama when President Obama was there and he was doing a particular campaign, right, in America. And he has used this particular symbol where he has used a particular sun and we can say a horizon which is giving a country's future some optimism, right? So they have used this particular way, right? And it is horizon is being used and a particular sun, rising sun, is also being used. So this is also one of the symbolic logo which is being used by President Obama in his campaign, in his political campaign, right? So it can be symbolic, logo can be symbolic or it can be descriptive, right? So whatever the logo might be, it is perfectly fine. So symbolic or descriptive, whatever the company require or how the company want to do branding, it can select the particular thing. So I'm also having famous logo with their hidden meanings. I'm having one particular video for you people, so just have a look. Just have a look.
Adidas, Apple, BMW, Coca-Cola, Toyota. We see these famous brands everywhere, but never consider what their logos mean exactly. But every line, curve, and color has meaning behind it. Most of them were designed to indicate something much more than simple beauty. Curious to know? Watch the 16 famous logos with a hidden meaning you've never noticed. Number 16, Hyundai. Many people think that the logo of the South Korean company Hyundai is simply the first letter of its name. In fact, the letter H symbolizes two people, a client and a representative of the company, shaking hands. That's very thoughtful. Number 15, Adidas. The name Adidas is derived from that of its founder, Adolf Dassler. The company's logo has changed over time, but it has always included three stripes. The current logo is three stripes at an angle which together form a triangle. This symbolizes a mountain, which in turn represents the challenges that all sportsmen have to overcome day after day. Number 14, Apple. Rob Janoff, the designer who came up with a world-famous Apple Company logo, explained his idea in one of his interviews. He bought a bag of apples, placed them in a bowl, and spent time drawing them for a week, trying to break the image down into something simple. Taking a bite out of an apple was part of the experiment. Completely by coincidence, he realized that bite sounded exactly the same as the computer term bite. Isn't this guy top of his field? Number 13, Bio. The first two letters of the Bio logo symbolize an analog wave. The last two are similar to the numbers 1 and 0. That is, symbols of a digital signal. Number 12, Amazon. At first glance, Amazon's logo appears to be nothing special. However, it was designed with the company's philosophy in mind. The orange arrow is similar to a smile because the company wants its customers to be satisfied. The arrow is also stretched between the letters A and Z in a hint that the company sells absolutely every product you can imagine. Number 11, Baskin Robbins. The pink colored parts of the BR section make up the number 31, which is how many ice cream flavors Baskin Robbins used to famously sell. Have you tried them all? Number 10, Toyota. Many people compare the logo of this Japanese car producer to an image of a cowboy wearing a hat. In fact, it represents a stylized image of a needle eye with a thread passing through it. This is a hint at the company's past. They used to produce weaving machines. However, the individual parts of the logo also spell out the letters of the company's name. Number 9, Continental. Continental, a famous car tire producer, has a logo in which the first two letters depict a car wheel. Yeah, everything genial is simple. Number 8, Formula One. If you look carefully at the white space between the letter F and the red stripes, you can see the number 1. The red stripes are also meant to be a graphical representation of the high speed of Formula One cars. Number 7, Pinterest. On Pinterest, people collect images they like from across the internet and pin them to their online boards. That's why the image of a pin is hidden in the letter P. Simple and clear. Number 6, Beats. Beats, an audio equipment producer based in the USA, uses a logo in which the letter B looks like headphones on a person's head. Less definitely means more. Number 5, Toblerone. Toblerone, the famous chocolate company, or BMW. They say that the central part of the logo symbolizes the rotating blades of an airplane, which is linked to the company's early history of aviation technology. In fact, it is simply a part of the Bavarian flag, the area of Germany where the company originated. Number 3, LG. The logo of this South Korean electronics company is a stylized image of a person's face. According to the company, this represents its aspiration to have ordinary human relations with their customers. Number 2, Evernote. We all know that elephants have impressive memories. They can remember both faces and events. That's why Evernote, a note-taking application, uses this animal as part of the logo. The corner of the elephant's ear is folded over in a similar way how people fold the corner of a page to make notes. Number 1, Coca-Cola. In the Coca-Cola logo, in the space between the letters O and L, you can clearly see the Danish flag. It's purely a coincidence. Nevertheless, Coca-Cola has used this as part of its marketing campaigns in the Scandinavian country. Thanks.
So you have seen that how the famous logos are having an hidden meaning. So now the next thing in logo is fonts. Which type of fonts you are using, right? And fonts can represent or describes the ideas that which type of fonts you are using. And fonts is also one another brand element that how we are using in our logo, right? And also it is a brand element also. So whenever you are using bold capitalized text in the logo, it always shows that you are very confident in the brand. Say for example, American Express, it is having a bold and a capitalized means fonts it has been used. CNN capitalized, it is showing that you are having a very good confidence in your brand. So always use, if you want, if you are making, or if you are into, or if you are going to make any of the brand logo, then you can use this type of capitalized text and bold text. Another type of font is, that is, yes, you can see History Channel is also been there. The way the fonts has been used, it is showing that the past related things has been shown. And Lord and Taylor, which is having some of the creativity because it is related to clothing, and that's why the fonts has been used in this way. And Toys R Us, which is related to children's, so that's why they have used the fonts in a very cartoon way. In a very cartoon way they have used this particular, and in a and the color is also very means we can say that is not in black and white, but it is a colorful logo that they have designed, right? Another fonts that is in Disney also, in order to show creativity and fun, they have used this type of fonts which is showing the creativity. Amazon, that is very friendly and approachable. So that's why they have used the words that is not in capitalized, but everything that is non-capitalized. That is starting from A also, the capitalization is not been there in order to show that we are very friendly to each and every of the customers. The Wall Street Journal, the name, the way they are writing, it creates the trust that yes, whatever the journal is going to say, that is correct only. Greenpeace, which is showing that peace, natural, non-authoritarian, right? Authoritarian has been there. So font can represent and describe the ideas what company want to see. So which type of font you are using, this is also very much important. So our another brand element we have discussed is fonts, that which type of fonts you are using, and this fonts whatever you are using, you have to be consistent throughout your communication, or whatever the products you are doing the packaging, or you are means your employees are being communicating with any sense, they have to use this type of fonts only, right? So another brand element is font. The another brand element is color, right? So color plays very key role in logos, and in brand element also there is our another brand element which is known as a color, right? So human loves color, we can say. If we are saying that we are going to wear white and black only, so no, but humans love color, right? So that's why the brand has also used different type of means different companies have used different types of colors into their brands, right? So what do specific color says, right? Each color is projected differently in the eyes of the customers. If I'm saying that I love yellow but somebody else doesn't love yellow, if I'm saying I love blue, somebody else might not be liking the blue color, right? So how have famous brand used them to their advantage, right? So each and every color, if the customer is been saying that I'm having a different meaning, so this thing is been taken into consideration by the companies, and they have created a famous brand on the basis of this colors only. How they have used, just we will have a look, that whenever the company is using yellow is always been used by the companies for making their brand optimistic, because that is bright yellow is very bright enough. Whenever we are having any of the sale or any of the things, then it has been written in black and yellow is the fonts which are being used, because it always stand out when you are in a busy surroundings, right? So many of the companies are using this yellow color in order that it will put a smile on the face of the customers. And yellow is having this type of power. You can take an example of McDonald's, right? That is McDonald's, that is golden arc, are kids friendly, and it is also showing a smiling face, and as well as they have used a golden yellow color, right? UPS, it is an international courier company, it has also used a dark yellow color. And the golden shield, this is a golden shield which they have used, right? And it is of also yellow color. And sometimes whenever you are using yellow color, it also signifies the caution, right? So yellow color is also being used by many brands. So if you want that, if you want to give the joy, cheerfulness, intellect, energy, warmth, then you can use yellow color into your brand logo, right? Another thing is orange can always convey the confidence, right? And whenever you are using orange, is it shows the creativity, it shows the youthfulness. If your target market is young, yeah, youthful, right, young audience has been there, then definitely you should use orange color. Whenever you want to show some enthusiastic customers has been there, then you can use in your logo orange color. Orange is kids friendly also, not only youth but kids friendly also. That is Harley Davidson is using orange color whenever it has been writing down motorcycle, right? And the borders is also orange color. If I'm talking regarding Nickelodeon, right, then the orange uh, splatter grabs the attention of the young minds around the globe. Around the globe, this is a big brand, Nickelodeon, right? And it has also, as it is a kids friendly, orange color is a kids friendly, so they have used this orange color. Fanta, Crush, because this type of companies are always targeting youthful, enthusiastic. They want to enthusiastic customers has been there in order to have this particular brand, so they have used orange color. Red red always, whenever the company has been using, it always raises the energy level. Right now also, if you are showing seeing this particular red color, your pulse rate has been gone up, right? So red is warm, powerful, sexy, urgent. If you want to show the urgency, then also you can use red color, right? And if you are seeing the entertainment industry, then it is using that entertainment industry is using red color like anything. Say for example, Netflix, it is having the red of power, power of this particular red only, nothing else, nothing doing, only Netflix and red color is being used. Same way Nintendo, it is a particular gaming app, and red color used to make stand out of all the other gaming companies. Target, as I told you, it is a departmental store in foreign, right? And in order to show the urgency that you should come to our shop and you should buy that particular thing, so in order to show urgency, they have used red color. Coca-Cola, you know it very well that it has used red color like anything, and right now only we have discussed and you have also seen in the video also. Green, whenever you are using green, then green is always for growth. Whenever you are seeing the companies related to banks, finance, right, they are always using green color, right? So wealth, fresh, environment, the product which is related to vegetables, right, the product which is related to nature, they're always using green color, right? Also Animal Planet is also using green color. John Deere is also using green color. Starbucks is also using green color, right? So if you are embracing the environment, then you can use green color. Another thing is purple. If you want to show that my brand is royal one, then you can use purple. For example, Cadbury is using purple because it is showing that our product, though it is a chocolate, it is a royal. If you want to show royalty, you can use purple. So purple sparks the imagination, what the brand has been telling you, right? Another thing is blue. Blue is the hue of dependability. Means whenever you are using the blue, it conveys that you are dependent on us and we are having that particular strength. Say for example, Dell, Intel, means without Intel, computers are not possible. They are showing this thing, and that's why they are using blue color. IBM, AT&T, they are having this particular advantage of blue trustworthy message, and they are saying that yes, dependability is on ours and we are having strength. So whenever your brand is this kind of, you can use blue color, right? And sometimes the brand is also using, in order to make it simple and elegant, yes, the brands are also using black and white color. Not black and white, it is not a color, but yes, black and white they are using as a combination for their logos, right? For example, Nike is there, Puma is there, then Times of India is been there, right? So these are the companies which are being using, we can say that is they are using black and white. And gray too plays important role in this particular logo world. Say for example, Mercedes, Honda, they are having their logo in gray color, right? So gray color is also having silver gray, they are also having a very good importance into that, we can say in the brand logos. So these are all the meanings of each and every of the colors which are being there, right? So I want to show you one advertisement of Facebook, that how they have used blue color. Now, whenever you are looking at the particular advertisement of Facebook, you just don't see the advertisement, but you just see how they have used the blue color, because Facebook is all about blue color. They have used in the logo also the blue color, and how they have used consistently throughout the advertisement. You can just have a look, please.
How to delete a post on Facebook. If you're about to go on stage to announce that you're running for office, you're a little bit nervous, but Deborah came by to say good luck, which kind of made you more nervous. Thanks, Deborah. And then you saw something that reminded you of an old post that wasn't exactly presidential. Yeah, you know the one. Then you might want to do a little risk management on your Facebook profile. Just open Facebook, hit more, and go to your profile. Find any post that might be a problem. Like that one. Tap the little down arrow at the top right, then delete, then hit delete again. Post repealed. Now, just go get elected.
So this is how the Facebook has used the color very well, that each and every things were blue in color, you might have seen, right? So moving forward from color, and we can say that is fonts and colors. Now the another thing that I've given this particular thing, that is, if you are designing a particular logo, these are the few simple steps that whenever you are doing a logo designing, that is whether the which symbol you have to use, or which fonts you are going to use, or which color you are going to use, these are some of the few simple steps of logo designing process. So the first thing is research and brainstorm as much as possible. Then think about the fonts, turn your ideas into form and identify color, right? And then finalize the design. This is a particular few simple step of how the logo can be designed. So let us have this first step, that is research and brainstorm. So whenever, say for example, I want to take a particular, we can say that is, I want to give a one particular brand name, and I want to go for that particular logo designing of my brand name, right? So what I've done a research that what it should be. I have analyzed, I've defined, right? I have I've write it down, everything, every possible things, I've write it down. Whatever my thoughts has been going on, I've done the research, I've done a lot of brainstorm on a particular paper. After doing so, then I found it out that okay, this is how we are going out. But the next question is font, which type of font we are going to use. Then we have experiment with shrift, sans serif, novelty typeface, and then we have put it down, that is going public was my brand name, but in different kinds of we can say that is fonts. I have put it down the names of this thing, and then the things has been there, that is which type is best, which fonts is looking best according to our philosophy, according to our vision, according to our product, which has been going on. Capital letters has been going on, or lowercase has been going on, right? So from this particular thing, we can go for it. Then next thing is which type of form we should use it. If we are using it, then in which form we should use it, means in which particular symbol you can use it, and which color you are going to use it. That also you have to take into consideration, right? So you have to combine the graphics and the colors, and then you are going to see that how your logo looks like, right? And then the finalize the design. Then you have to go for, this is our primary logo, and then you have done some changes into it. And then what, as I've told you, that golden rules, that you should also see that how it looks in larger scale and how it looks in the smaller scale. Then you have to see that how it looks in the smaller also, and how it look in the larger also, which is the best option, this one, or this one. And then finalize the design. Whenever you are finalizing the design, it's not been so that this is correct. No, whatever the options you have selected, paste onto your t-shirts, onto your products, onto your transportation, what can say, vans, right? And then finalize that yes, this is the best, we can say, logo design and color and all the things is going well, and then finalize the design, and then your logo is done. So this is how you can say that your brand logo is being we can say design, right? So our second element, and into that second element we have also covered fonts. That was the another brand element. We have also covered color as a brand element into the logo only, and whatever the color and fonts, you have to be consistent whenever you are using it. Now our next brand element is brand tagline. Brand tagline is also very much important, right? Because taglines are we can say a short phrase which is always communicating the information about the brand, right? So if you want to build your brand equity, then it is the slogan or the taglines which is creating importance, means it is having very importance in building the brand equity, right? So if you want to give a descriptive information or a possessive information, you can give it through your tagline or through your slogan. Now if I'm saying tagline and slogan, see, everybody is saying that tagline is same as slogan and slogan is same as tagline. It has not been so. Slogan is different and tagline is different, right? Let me show you what is the difference. That a slogan encompasses a company's mission, what it stands for, and even how it helping customers in the individual campaign the company might run. So the slogans are a particular company's mission. It has been written down, and it is, we can say, it is a long phrases, we can say. Here you can see the example of MasterCard. There are things money can't buy, for everything else there's MasterCard, right? DBOs, that is diamond is forever, right? So for that is whatever the company's mission, it has been converted into slogans, and slogans are always somewhat a longer phrase as compared to taglines. Now what are taglines? Taglines is a catchy we can say short phrase, right? And it always goes with the brand logo, we can say, right? And it always evoke particular consumers and the minds of the consumers also. Here you can see Nike, then you are always having a particular thing, just do it. But if I'm saying MasterCard, then a long slogan cannot come to your mind immediately. So taglines are very important, and it is always evoking the mindset of the customers. Say for example, L'Oreal Paris, I will always say because you are worth it, right? McDonald's, then I'm loving it. So these are the short phrases which are always being carrying, or which are always being attached with the brand name or the logo, right? Then we can say a tagline. So tagline is more going as compared to slogans, but slogans are also sometimes going. That is, LIC has been saying zindagi ke saath bhi, zindagi ke baad bhi, right? So it has also been saying a long slogan has been there, but it has done the it is all upon that how you are doing the branding, right? So what makes great taglines or slogans, right? So if you are giving a tagline or if you are giving a slogan, what makes it great? So the first thing is it's memorable. It is always memorable. If your tagline is very good now, and it is always memorable. Say for example, that is Surf Excel, you're always saying da gache. It has always been memorable, right? So another thing is it includes the key benefit. Whenever the tagline is good or great, it always having a key benefit can also be pasted into it. Say for example, Amul butter, utterly butterly delicious. It is very delicious, utterly, and it is also butterly delicious. So benefits can also be given into this particular tagline. Another thing, great taglines can differentiate the brand very easily. Say for example, thumbs up and Pepsi. So thumbs up can be means differentiated from Pepsi, that is taste the thunder. Taste the thunder is the tagline, right? And it imparts positive feelings about the brand also. Means if you are having a great tagline, it will always give the positive feeling regarding the brand, right? Say for example, LIC, it is always giving a positive feeling. कि जिंदगी के साथ भी and जिंदगी के बाद भी, right? So taglines always make means great taglines will always give you all these benefits to the brand. So our another brand taglines, that is another brand elements is brand taglines. See, I'm having some famous companies taglines. This is a short video of famous companies taglines. Just have a look, please. It is of 1.5 minutes only. So these are some of the taglines which are very of famous companies, and you might be knowing it. So just I have shown you a particular video. So brand taglines plays a very important role in a brand elements, and it also helps in branding and creating a better branding. Another thing is brand characters. Which type of characters you are using in a particular brand? That this is also another brand element that companies, and whenever we are building our new brand, it should take into consideration. So consumer may recognize the characters even if they don't recall the brand names. So if you are having a look on Energizer, right, that Energizer bunny, right, then we are always recognizing that yes, this is a particular that particular Duracell's Energizer bunny has been there, right? So if we are not recalling the name, but we are looking at the character, we are just recognizing that particular character, right? So whenever the company uses this particular character, then the character always speak for the product. And to provide a visual demonstration, companies always using this type of characters, because once the character is being made, we don't have to pay anything to this particular characters, right? So in order to create a brand identity, unique brand identity, you can create through this particular characters, and this characters is also known as a created animator spoke characters, right? And this particular characters is having means it is showing the superior ability to make believable acceptable claims, their ability to give form to an abstract object, right? So if you want that you want to give the positive cues regarding your brand, then you can give that particular positive clues through this particular characters also. And it has been researched also that if you are using this particular characters, it is definitely affecting the purchase intention of your customers, right? So characters, we don't have to pay anything to them if it has once been done. But if you are using the endorsement, that is celebrity endorsement, or any of the common man, if you are using, then you have to pay them, right? You have to do the contracts, and sometimes some of the illegality has been there, then we have to change the celebrity endorsement. But this is not the case with the characters. So character is the most important thing, and we can say that it has always been recognized by the customers. If I'm saying that is Yes, in characters also there are different types of characters which is being used by the companies, right? So the first is human kind of characters is also being used by the companies. Say for example, Amul girl is being used by Amul company. Parle G has used this particular girl for Parle G, and till today on the packets of Parle G, the girl photos is being used, right? So this is not going to change, but it is taking your brand to another level, right? Second is non-human. We can say non-human, right? So non-human, that is, we can say that uh, a squirrel is being used in KitKat, right? And epiphyse is a particular product personification which is being used, which is non-human, but product itself is speaking, and it is itself is a character, and it is playing a role into your advertisement or into your branding. Then it is known as a product personification, right? So animals is also being used for as a type of characters, which is, so whenever the squirrel is being there, we are always having a back of the mind KitKat, right? So I'm having a one particular ad for you people, right? That is KitKat ad is been there. Just have a look.
I love you. काटे नहीं कटते दिन रात झूठे तुमसे जो दिल की बात रोज मैं कहता हूँ I love you. I love you. I love you.
माना कि लाइफ बहुत बिजी है, पर कभी कभी ब्रेक लो, किटकैट खाओ, जिंदगी आपको शायद कुछ हसीन दिखा दे।
So this is how the characters, means non-human is also being used in a particular, means as a character for branding, right? So the third type is non-celebrity. Sometimes non-celebrity is also being used. Non-celebrity means the characters which is being designed by the brand itself. Say for example, 7 Up. 7 Up is a particular international, we can say, spoke character which is being used all over the world for doing the branding, and it is the character which is being used for 7 Up. Let me show you one of the advertisement for that particular thing, and this is the 2003 advertisement which has been there. So this is a particular ad when non-celebrity is been there. Means non-celebrity means the character is been designed by the company itself for their own branding. Then it is known as non-celebrity. Another thing is celebrity, right? Means if you're using Mickey Mouse into your advertisement, then it is a celebrity and character which can be used by anybody. Though it is a Disney, but Disney doesn't have a tag mark for a particular we can say Mickey Mouse. If you're using Popeye, right, the Sailor Man, then you can use into your brand characters. Then whenever you are using it, then it is known as a celebrity characters that you are using. Another type that is active kind of characters. Active kind of characters, it also being used by the companies. That is, they are speaking for the product. They are speaking for the product, or they are demonstrating for the product. This is an example of demonstrating of the product. Means Plibsary boy, Duff boy is been there, and it has been showing that how the atta is being made, right? And this is a particular, means another type of character is passive means they are not doing anything, they are just into our logo, they are being just there in a place of our logo, and a particular tagline is been moving. It is not speaking for the product, it is not doing anything, it is being there into onto the packaging or into the advertisement. Then that type of character is known as a passive character. So these are all the 6 type of characters, and brands are always using any of the characters if they want to do their branding in a very different manner. So if we are also doing any kind of branding, or if you are into an institution building and if you are doing branding, you can use this type of characters in order, means it is also one of the brand element, we can say. Another and the last element is brand sound or jingle, we can say. Now jingle, always jingle or whatever the sound is been there, its signature, it is having the power to create some attachment or some awareness or increase the recalling of our brand, right? So whenever we are using that particular sound, we are always saying, okay, this is a particular we can say it is of Intel na, it is of GPay na. So we are always connecting that sound with somebody. MI is also having a particular ringtone. So we are saying that, okay, MI ka phone hai. Okay, fine. Right. So it has been also been told by CMO of a Procter and Gamble company that music is one of the most important element you will use in building a brand because it expresses your voice. Right. You are expressing in some voice. Let us see that how Intel is been using. Just have a look. It is a second. Right. So this is a particular sound of Intel. In Netflix is also having a particular sound so that we can directly have an awareness or we can have an attachment with it. See, right? And of course, GPay, right? So whenever we are using tadang, then we are saying, okay, payment is done and it is through GPay, right? So this is what it is. So brand jingles or sound plays a vital role. Now, if I'm saying jingles, then these are the sounds. But jingles means Airtel. Right. So this is a particular jingle, right, which is always been saying, okay, madam, it is of Airtel, right? So these are all the brand elements that you can use it very well. That is whether it is brand name or whether it is we can say brand logo, how the font is to be used, which color you are going to use, which type of sound or jingle you are going to use, which type of character. These are all the brand elements which is playing a vital role in any of the branding, whether the branding is of person or whether it is a branding of a particular institute or whether it is a branding of a product, a service, a place. This all brand elements plays a vital role. So thank you so much. And this is what I have prepared for you people. And this is my session. And I'm Dr. Rachita Jayswal. I'm also doing my branding. And this is my email ID, that is rachita1112@gmail.com. If you liked my session, you can give the comments on this particular email ID. And if you're having any query, you can also ask me on this particular email ID. Thank you so much.